What's up, guys? Abel Street Car Builds back at it again with another video, part 2 of our coyote swap. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. It is the 4th of July. All right, so I only got a few hours to go ahead and work on the car before I gotta go and do some family activities. So let's jump right into it, guys. Worked last night for about a couple hours. You know, I took off the K-member off the engine, put it on the car just to get everything ready. Everything's bolted in, but it's loosely bolted in. We're gonna go ahead and get the steering rack in. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just as a mock-up, make sure everything works good, because like I said, I bought one off eBay the last time. It never bolted up, but we're gonna go ahead and just put it in there because I know we do have to center it. I think we still do have to center it, so we're gonna go ahead and do that also. And another thing we're gonna go ahead and do, we do plan on boosting this engine. We do plan on boosting this Coyote in this car, so we're gonna go ahead and remove these tabs right here. Those are the front sway bar tabs. I still don't know if we're gonna go ahead and go supercharger or turbo, but I do know that on the turbos, sometimes these do they do get in the way. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut those off. I already have the grinder there, and just jump right into it. All right, guys, we ran into a hiccup. I test fitted it, went in smooth, but I did not test fit the bushings. These bushings did not fit. They do not fit the K-member. So now I'm gonna have to take these off, and I still have the UPR, the ones that came with the kit when I first bought it, the whole kit. There's the bushings there. We're gonna remove these and use the other ones. These are some ugly cuts, guys. Those things are ugly, but we got it done. I was recording, but the phone kept falling, so I just go ahead and stopped and just cut them off. It took me a while with my grinder. I should have done it with my Sawzall, but we're gonna go ahead and take off that transmission crossmember. And I still got a couple more hours before I gotta shower up and leave, but I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and try to put it in, guys. All right, guys, there's a reason why a lot of guys just put this engine through the bottom, because it's rough getting it through the top. As you saw, I struggled a little bit. My K-member isn't bolted in all the way for adjustability. You know, I think that had a lot to do with it also. But as you can see here, it's in the mount, and it looks good. It looks good. As I was putting it in, I was like iffy. I was iffy about it, but no, we got some good room right here. As you can see right there, there's good room on this side. Good room around this side, barely, but we're able to get it in, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day for today. Go enjoy some family time, and then tomorrow we're gonna hit it hard again. What's up, guys? It's the next day. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into where we left off. I put the intake on there because, like, come on, like, who doesn't do a motor swap and the first thing they do is put the intake to see how it's gonna look? All right, let's see here. The fuel regulator actually worked perfect right there where it's at, but it is kind of close. The engine's not gonna have a lot of movement. It's actually gonna sit a little bit higher because of the K-member. It's not bolted up all the way up, so we might have an issue somewhere right here, but we can probably just move this back here. Let me see here. We're gonna go ahead and change out this line with this fitting so it can just bolt right up right there like that. Let's see. So right now, guys, we're kind of at a standstill with the headers. So the plan was to go ahead and we're gonna take off the intake, brace it from the top, tie the engine up, leave it hanging, remove the K-member, leave the motor hanging, and then fit the headers from underneath, and then put the K-member back up, and then that's it. But we cannot do anything until we get our shifter in. Okay, with the shifter bracket, the shifter linkage, because in the last video, we did have a fitment issue with that. So what we're gonna go ahead and do right now is we're gonna go ahead and work on the transmission crossmember. Stifler's crossmember, guys, for 6R80. It's pretty straightforward. All right, you see we gotta weld the bracket. Well, not weld, but drill holes for the brackets. Okay, you know, driver's side, passenger side. Let me see here. These are the ones that go through the frame. These are the ones that go through the frame. I'm guessing these are gonna be the bolts for, no wait, these are the ones gonna be the ones that go for the frame. Okay, the only thing I'm wondering is this goes behind the transmission. All right, this one goes behind the transmission. This is the one that's actually gonna bolt to the tranny. And then this bolt's gonna go through the cross member right here. But I don't have bolts for this. This is the stock one. This is the one that was on the car. This is the transmission mount. I don't know if I have to utilize this one again. Since the car was wrecked, it yanked the rubber off of it, you know, so I don't know if this frame is gonna bolt up to here and then the cross member. I don't know, but we're gonna go ahead and figure that out as we go, guys. As always, guys, instructions are real vague on how to put this together. This was pretty much straightforward. Kind of figured that out, you know, just had to figure out driver, passenger. This one they have their own way of going. You got the shim, red, black, shim, boom. That's pretty much how it goes. Right now I'm at the point where these bolts seem way too long, because if you can see here, these were the bolts. This was the mount before. Look at how thick this thing is. You can see how thick this thing is right there. This is a good 1.5 inches, almost 2 inches. So I have a feeling that these bolts are gonna be way too long, and I might have to get some shorter bolts just to get this to work. Just as I figured, that's as far as that bolt goes. So we're definitely gonna need some shorter bolts so we can go ahead and get this cross member in. Quick run to the hardware store, just in case anybody who's gonna install this. 12mm by 175 by 1 inch. These are the ones that you're gonna need for these mounts to fit perfect. All right, guys, we got one mount drilled already and bolted in. We just got to do the passenger side, and the transmission will be held up by the cross member, and that should be it for mounting the engine and transmission. All right, guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for today's video. Okay, we got the engine, we got the transmission mounted, loosely mounted, but it's in. In the next video, we're gonna go ahead and mount the headers, put the shifter, all that stuff. The headers, that's the only reason we did not put them on, is because we're still waiting on our shifter. All right, guys, once we put the shifter in with the cable and the bracket, then we'll put our headers in, and then we'll finish up the front suspension with the steering rack, center it up, bolt it up, and then we'll put this car on all fours, guys. That's it for today. I'm out.